Hello, everyone. I am the Black Shadow, and well, last time we had the Nocember update, so I suppose it's about time for the Nocember updates. I do intend to get these back to the starts of months, but I figured this update was probably kind of due. I'm hoping that things haven't seemed too quiet on the channel over the past few weeks or so. That might just be my sort of view into things, because this is actually the first thing I've recorded in a good couple of weeks or so. I've basically taken just a short break from doing recordings. The first one I've taken since I came back into the country in January, and we cracked on starting off with Revelations 2. It's something that over the years I have realised that you do need to do from time to time. You do need to take little breaks here and there. And whilst obviously in the summer I have to reduce my recording schedule because I'm usually very busy, certainly I took a couple of weeks because we had a lot of content. I got ahead of recording in advance with this War of Mine and Tactics, and Metroid's already been done previously, so yeah, I've had a little bit of a break. I've spent a couple of weeks just enjoying myself. I've kind of focused on other things going on with. I've played a surprising amount of Dead by Daylight, a lot of it with Cormag on the Discord server, although other people have popped in from time to time. It was a recommendation from CM Frui. I have overall enjoyed the game, although there have certainly been times I have loved to hate that game, but I guess that's the problem when you're taking on people that you're not, you're getting used to a game and adjusting, and you're having to take on people that have been playing the game for hundreds, if not in multiple cases, thousands of hours. I know that Cormag was looking into people we were playing with and against a lot more than I was. I think the record we've seen was someone who had played the game for about 6,500 hours. I think Dead by Daylight came out in 2015? That is a disgusting amount of hours. It is ridiculous. But we're not here to talk about my escapades into Dead by Daylight. We are here for the channel update thingy, which I tend to do every now and again, to give you guys, as well as myself, an idea of what's going to be coming up pretty much for the rest of the year, being it's now the middle of November. So, this War of Mine is still prowling along pretty well. We're up to part 9 here. I've got a couple more, and I've got part 12 I need to upload. I've got that recorded, actually. I still certainly enjoying the game. The playthrough has gone surprisingly well. It's very difficult to know with these sort of titles when you go into them what to expect, although I do feel like I've had a surprising amount of success on it than I thought I would, given the situation. I think this has come down to the fact that I've grasped the concept of the game and its mechanics. I think I got a pretty good hold of them very early on, as well as made sure to plan ahead effectively as well. And those are certainly ripping dividends. And we cannot forget the great, magnificent Franco, who has continuously traded with us and possibly single-handedly has kept the ship afloat. As such, 10 videos in, 9 videos in, whatever it is, we've done all right so far. We've not had anything too desperate happen, although time is starting to tick on and the temperatures seem to be dipping a bit, and things could get more and more desperate. I think it was very, very interesting. People who were telling me about their experience with the game is how almost all of them said at some point they've had to resort to violence and having to kill someone, which seems crazy from the situation we're in because things seem pretty stable at the moment. Obviously, there's some curveballs to come, but we'll see how those progress and I start getting on with further along in the LP. Of course, alongside that, we have Super Metroid Blind, which I recorded back with Free back in September. We're about halfway through the LP. We've done our first set of backtracking through areas that we missed a fair few bits in, much to the despair of my co-commentator. We do, fortunately, actually get to make progress into areas of the game we haven't touched yet. Mainly the wreck ship, which we've been trying to find our way into for like 2 or 3 videos now. We do finally make it there very shortly, and then crack on with more areas of the game we haven't explored yet. So that will be going up. That'll probably be finished about the end of the month, which will then lead into something that a couple of guys, a couple of you actually noted, and I suppose this is slight spoilers for you guys, a little sneak peek. And that was this here, the short Let's Play series playlist that I put together. You'll notice that Micro Machines is now in here as well as all this stuff here. Basically, when we sat down for a couple of days to finish off the rest of Metroid, we got through it a bit quicker than we planned, and we had pretty much the whole afternoon with open time. So me and Fury basically we sat down, tried a few more games that were on the mini SNES, Kirby's Dream Course, Super Mario Kart. We even dabbled into F-Zero, which was only the one video of that, although it was we sort of played the game, but it was very discussion heavy and just sort of chatting between ourselves. It was quite an interesting little video that. And then I dragged CM through to actually play a bit of Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, because although he's a lot more experienced with this sort of genre than I am, hence obviously Super Mario World, he'd never actually played the Lost Levels, and so I threw him into a few levels of the game with varying degrees of success, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy that. The plan is these will be going up basically when Metroid's done, which will basically be over the course of December. These videos will be going up live, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy them. We had quite a lot of entertainment doing them, so I hope you enjoy them. Final Fantasy Tactics, of course, is still trundling along as well. I haven't got any more videos other than one we've uploaded a few days ago. I have not recorded beyond that yet, and I do need to do that. I have been informed by several folks that the video coming up could be one of the hardest videos in the series. It is the scene where several people's games have stalled and or totally died, with a couple of folks that didn't use multiple save slots and got themselves into a pretty much unwinnable situation. And if there is anything I can impress upon you guys of lessons to learn, use multiple save slots. Save all the damn time. And save everywhere. You have to do this in games. There's it's something I've always done, but I do know folks, that in games that you have that choice, they just don't use it. And even recently, also, I don't know why that's showing. Get rid of that. Also recently as well, with someone that was one of the people that do watch, and I kept tabs on recently, Classics Gamer, who's a subscriber to the channel, was doing a run of Final Fantasy VI, has been doing a run of Final Fantasy VI, and he ran into significant problems with his LP series, and I believe either did or almost did have to kill the series early because there was problems that occurred, there's some kind of glitch or something, and he didn't have save states to fall back on to recover his situation. So please, everyone, save all the damn time, please. So, so I've got more of that to record, which I'm looking forward to do, and I'm imagining that will track us into probably the final chapter of the game, which could be quite a long one. It could be quite long because that's when I think there's a lot of optional stuff I think you can do in the final chapter, which I do want to dive into and explore. How long that's going to take, though, I have no idea at all, and how much of it I will ultimately do. Again, it's a blind game. There's probably stuff I'm going to miss. There's probably stuff I already have missed. That's the nature of blind series. I'm sure you understand. Now, this is all the standard local recording stuff, so I suppose I should spend some time discussing live recordings. Now, you'll remember back in the previous update, I mentioned about how we had done our time on Mixer on the channel, and that's... Whoa, welcome to Season 2. Holy shit. Yes, so I haven't done any recording, I haven't done any streams since the Raffle Raffle, which we did last month. And I said that I would update you guys on the fact that I was then going to be exploring in using Twitch. Exploring Twitch, looking to do some streaming on this, and then basically decide which one of the two sites I was going to use. Now, the reason there hasn't been an update on an exact date for that is because I haven't done it yet. It's partially because of my my little break I've taken from recording. You guys understand, I'm sure. However, I do intend to do our first stream on Twitch, and I do intend to do it this Saturday at the usual time of 4 p.m. That'll be Saturday the 17th? It's the 13th today, right? So 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. Yeah, Saturday 17th. We'll go with that. Sorry about it. Totally blank there. And we will be doing that on Twitch. We will be, I will probably put up a video in the next day or two. I have to set a channel up for that, so I will send a link to you, all you guys, to watch that. And I figured we're going to start off Twitch the same way we started off Mixer, and we're going to be returning to a game we haven't done for quite a while, and that is Death Road to Canada, which I haven't done a stream of since June? July, somewhere around there. We obviously did all enjoy the games and the runs we had, and I thought it'd be a nice way to explore Twitch, kind of get a comparative for the two. I do have other games I do intend to stream, a bit like what we did with Rogue Legacy, have it as a stream exclusive sort of thing, and then bring it onto YouTube afterwards. But I figure we'll do something we've already done before first, just to kind of set it up, make sure everything's up and running, and then we'll touch upon some new content after that. So yeah, I'll put up another video in the next day or two with more specific details on exactly that. I'll bring up a link of whatever the hell it is my channel URL will be. So I'll deliver that in the next couple of days. Along with that, of course, we have the usual contacts. Of course, we have the Twitter sphere at BlackShadow993, where you can get instant notifications of when videos go live. And this does bring actually into something I do need to discuss. And that is regarding YouTube and a slight problem I have been noticing about it in the recent times. I have noticed over the past several weeks or so that I have been struggling in getting all notifications for comments that I receive on my video. Normally what happens is that you guys make a comment, and then I've got the little bell on the top right on YouTube, and then it has comments on people that do that, and I then go into them, reply to them, etc., etc. However, I have noticed multiple occasions where those notifications have not been sent. Notably, they have tend to creep up on, like, if someone posts a comment and then I reply to say comment and then they then put a reply back. A lot of those I've not been getting notifications for. I do not know why this is. It also seems that perhaps I'm not the only person that is affected by this. So I do offer apologies to anyone who are putting in comments and perhaps not getting responses on that. I do read all the comments I get notified. I do read as many of them as I can, and I respond to those that I feel like I can respond to in a decent way. You know, those with positive, witty insights and commentary and all the likes of it. Questions that are asked of me, I try and answer the best of my ability as well. I'm going to be monitoring this as best I can over the next, basically for the end of the year, and hope that this improves. But it is something I have noticed, and hopefully does not get too much of a problem. Because if it does, well, that kind of sucks. We'll go with that. So I just figured I'd make a mention of that there. Of course, we still do have the Patreon as well, which has been steaming along very well. Apologies to the Patreons of the channel, because I usually do update videos for them as well. However, I haven't done one this month yet. I do a exclusive one for the Patreons. I haven't really done one for this month, and I kind of, in a way, that's for reasons that people know on the Patreon, I'm ticking along, kind of gathering all the funds up, and the plan is I'm looking to upgrade the PC I'm running once we hit the new year. I'm actually in the next week or so going to be taking it to someone I know, and we're looking at exactly what the PC's got, what we can do with it, etc., etc. So normally when I do the updates, I say I've got hold of this, got hold of that, but they know that I'm kind of balling several months of it together to kind of unload all of that in January. That is the rough plan of that. So, but the Patreon is still here, and anyone that can and is willing to make any kind of donation, even if it's just a $1 a month in the tip jar or anything more. It is all appreciated, and almost all of it goes to just purely for the channel. I believe it's like a total of that's like 92% of everything you pledge goes towards that. Once Patreon and PayPal take their little slices of it, it's still pretty good though. It's not like other content systems by reputable games companies which take a disgusting large chunk of what you generate. Let's not get started on that in this update video. I don't need the negativity. So yeah, anyone that is willing to, please do support. It would be really appreciated. And thanks to everyone as well. I've had a few folks who've got the letters and mug beyond that. And I am sending off, I'm in the process of sending off several letters and postcards at this moment in time. And I've got plenty more to send off before the year is out. So thanks to all of those. And I hope you guys enjoy the wintry, Christmassy themed cards. They're actually really nice, the ones I got hold of. So I hope you guys enjoy that. And a special apology to Blue Ree as well, who I normally would do this privately. I'll do it now here. I'll get everything thrown into this. Who asked for you asked for a card in for Halloween, and I totally missed it. I'd kind of misplaced my list of all this sort of things. It was kind of one of those out of sight, out of mind things. So I do apologize. I'm sending a card to you now for the Thanksgiving time. And the only other thing, of course, as I do mention many times, is the Discord server, which is still going pretty strong. And the general content, of course, unfortunately commenting on the passing of the great Stan Lee, who passed away yesterday. Incredibly sad. Certainly one of the, there are no superlatives to describe the man, and he will be surely missed. Maybe some point in 2019 I'll be able to do an LP series that's something to do with obviously Marvel and that sort of thing. It's a bit of a touchy subject sometimes with content ID and that sort of thing, so I have to explore that a little bit. But it would be lovely to do something involving that as a tribute, if you will, to the great man. But that's pretty much the end for the update. So I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. For those of you in the States, I mean, I kind of do wish you a happy Thanksgiving, although, independence from the UK and all that sort of thing. It's kind of awkward, but I'm sure you have all lovely times with your friends and family for that, and of course rolling on to Christmas as well. I hope you guys will tune in for the live stream this weekend. Again, I'll come up with more details in the next day or two about that. And looking ahead towards 2019, we have got a potentially very busy and very interesting year. It is still my intention to record Resident Evil 2's remake in its release at the end of January. That is certainly a goal of mine. And I will have to pull a string or two, I think, in order to be able to pull that off. But it feels like as my almost like journalistic duty to bring you that game on its release, to give you my thoughts and opinions on the game. I think it's going to be overall a pretty enjoyable game. But you have to view the game as a remake. It's not a remaster. It's a remake. It's a reimagining of the original game, and you can't approach it in the way that looking it through Resident Evil 2's eyes back in the late 90s sort of thing. You have to kind of refresh your view on things. So it'll be a fascinating LP when we do that in January. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening, and I will see you guys all very, very soon. Goodbye, and God bless.